All right, here we go. It is May 25th, and I know a lot of you are following along. This is my / breeder queen in a, I can't even say, it's so bright today, which is good. But we got planes, so bear with me here. But this is my breeder queen in a package, 2 queens in a package. If you guys have been following along with that, I'm gonna make a playlist. I think this week I'm gonna try to sit down and really do a playlist so people who want to follow along certain things can just go right to it. You know, some people like this one, some people like the other one. I mean, they're both single brood chambers. I'm going to do a playlist on that one also. So anyways, honey supers have been on for 2 weeks now, and this past week has finally been good. And I'm seeing a lot of bees. So I was thinking so my other hive, I'm top supering. I'm adding boxes today. Just because the other hive needed it. So for sure, almost was probably too late. Maybe not this one, I don't know. We'll see. But the population's there. Let me get that. Populations are there for space-wise. I think I'm going to go by that opposed to what they're producing for hunt nectar. But that other hive is on fire, so definitely blowing this breeder queen theory kind of out of the water, in my opinion. That's a decent weighted frame. Good nectar right up in the top in the center there. That's nectar, good nectar right there. So, all right, so it's weird. The other hives are kind of putting it to the outside. This hive is kind of keeping it in the middle. It's almost like they don't know the queen excluder's there and they expect the queen to come up. They got swarm cups. I'm just gonna let them roll up here. I'm not gonna cut them out. That is a good frame of nectar right there. So my question, I guess, for today is, so queen excluder, they still leave the ring for the queen. So if I top super, they're always going to leave that ring for the queen. Or if I bottom super, they'll fill that ring and they'll leave the ring in the bottom. That is my question of the day. So I'll take any suggestions. But things look good. I'm definitely putting a box on. We're going to have good weather next week. And that's a good, beautiful ring of nectar. Of course, it's open in the center. So I'm going to do an experiment this week. I top super the other hive. I'm going to bottom super this hive and see what works better. So we'll get we've got a couple things going on. And like I said, I inspect every 7 days. That way I know what I'm looking for. I know I can catch something early if I have a problem. But this is, these frames have some weight to it. Actually, that's a darker nectar. That's cool. Darker right there, very light there. And of course the dome for the queen. So yeah, I might change my mind. This might prove me wrong. But that's why we do these things. Try something different. This is a decently strong hive. Not as strong as my other one that I'm going to do the single brood chamber management series. I'm not going to look anymore. That was good. Oh, sorry, lady. So that's it for now on that. Definitely, like I said, I'm going to under super this. Actually, I should probably under super the other one. I don't know. Logic tells me to under super. But I pull frame by frame, so I don't have to fill those bottom frames first as they're carrying nectar up. But like I said, I'll take suggestions. Oh yeah, she's got weight to it. She's got some weight. All right, let me adjust. Bear with me, folks. I try to give you guys the best angle I can. So you guys are looking at what I'm looking at. You want to look at a hive. You want to look at the frames. You want to look at what's on the frames. And that's what I try to do, so. But look at the numbers. Look at the numbers, I'll take it. Things look good in here. Sorry. Do not see a queen walking around. See some pretty fat bees though. Probably can't get through the excluder. So the other hive got a little hot. It's got a lot of numbers in it. I'm hoping that second box is gonna alleviate some of that. Plus it's 9 in the morning, so I'm gonna start down here. Looks like it's the least amount of bees. And what we learned from the other video is that pretty much your queen can be on that outer frame. So you try to take an outer frame just so you don't get your queen. But I'm finding that she's usually out here. All right, so this is this is a frame of nectar and pollen. It's a good frame right there. I'm sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. It's so bright I can't see the screen. Oh, look at that. So she's got eggs down the bottom. Eggs all over actually. Young brood, young larva up top. So this is all eggs. So this is relatively new. Where are you, sweetie? You on here? This is all eggs. So frame two is all eggs. I want to say last week we didn't have. Sorry, I'm just doing another quick check for her. I want to say last week we didn't have brood until we hit frame 3. I think it was 3 down. So I really want to see how far they can really. Are they really going to completely oh, look at that. They're going to completely cover this thing. Look at that. Well, we got a supersedure cup right there. Just a cup. Nothing too exciting. And young larva on the outside. And let's see what we got on this side. Good amount of bees, young larva on the bottom. And that's it. Looks good. It's really good. Not as crazy as the other hive was. So it just leads me to believe there's either serious drift or those 2 hives on the end are on fire. So I'm on the cusp of really like I said, I want to wait and see what I'm looking at for my queens. Don't just start making splits to make splits. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody. I need to be careful if they come over by the bees. So that looks good. Good ring of pollen in the middle, but then you got the different rings of brood and you got the drones on the bottom there. Don't see any cups on this hive. That looks good. Just going slow, taking my time. You gotta look at every frame, you gotta look at every inch of the frame. Because if you miss one, they'll either supersede her or they'll swarm. Whatever their intention was, that's what's gonna happen. So that's all emerging brood right here. You can actually see a bee coming out. Just had it, where was it? Right here. I try to get it on camera, but I can't even see. But you can see it chewing its way out. So this is all emerging brood in here. So when she does come back through, yep, it's a nice young bee right there. There's a young bee right there. So this little pocket right here is all emerging. One more quick check. See if lucky number 7's in here. So that's cool. So he's got spot to come back through and fill. And I'm gonna put that second box on to keep ahead of them. So they'll have some space to grow. And we're just finally getting good weather. I mean, really, this past week was nice. So this is looks like emerging brood in here also, but she has not come back through yet, so that's good. And there she is right there. I don't know, that 7 looks like she's rubbing off. Let me see if I can get my head out of the way. There she is. Is that a 7? She's moving so fast. It's a green dot for sure. I'll give it that. Beautiful. All right, so she's doing awesome. She's in the middle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is frame 6. So she's worked her way to the middle. She's on that side. I gotta be careful. Oh, I know. On that side, I gotta be. Oh, what am I doing? Smoke the sides I'd already looked at. Didn't even get them out of my way. A little bit of smoke. Don't want to gas them right out of the hive here. But I don't want them all up in my business either. So here we are. Oh my, look at that. Huh? Beautiful frame of brood. That is a beautiful frame of brood. With a supersedure cup or a swarm cup. On the bottom of the comb, so I'd say it's a swarm cup. But nothing in these yet. So I feel like if I'm staying ahead of the game, which is the whole plan of a single brood chamber, staying ahead of the game, you can, if you can avoid them making them, you're in here every 7 days, you should be able to just keep up with it, keep up with the space, for sure. I mean, I'm thinking about putting on a box every 2 weeks, especially now that the weather's finally cracked. I mean, that's all cap brood, young larva on the outside, eggs to the outside. I mean, she must have just come through and filled that thing. So that's my plan. It's a lot of work, I do believe, but I actually think it's quicker work. If I can do these hives, I only got to look at one box. And I'm not going to harvest honey for a couple weeks, I would say. Unless something really, this is all nectar in here. And eggs and larvae, so young larvae. And that's nothing. So let's see here. She was on frame 2. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so she's on 7 frames. This is 8 frames, right? What am I saying? Is that larva or is that nectar? That's larva right there. Not much, but that's all nectar on the outside. All right, so she's just touching 8 frames. There's nothing on this side. So she's just touching 8 frames. Looks good though. All right, I'm gonna put this back together. I'm trying to make my videos short, but I'm trying to show you the best parts. So thank you for watching.